For the workout today, we have 3 rounds of 2 cycles of 30 seconds of jump rope, 30 seconds of goblet squat, 30 seconds of quad rows, and 30 seconds of rolling sit-ups. After 2 cycles, you have 2 minutes of rest between the rounds. You'll do 30 seconds of jump rope, then 30 seconds of goblet squat. You can use either a kettlebell or dumbbell or no weight. For the quad rows, you'll stay on one side for each cycle and switch to the other side on the next cycle. In the video, Lauren starts on the left side, so we'll stick with that to keep it simple. Lastly, you have rolling sit-ups for 30 seconds. So 2 cycles of the 4 movements will be 4 minutes long, then 2 minutes of rest, and we'll repeat that 3 times. Alright, we're going to start in 3, 2, 1, and go. We're going to be doing jump rope for 30 seconds. Nice job, we're almost done. 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, and we're going to switch to goblet squats. You can grab your dumbbell or your kettlebell. You're going to have that right under your chin. Nice job. Remember, for these squats, we want to hinge from the hips and sit back. So the butt should be initiating the movement, not the knees. Nice job. 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, and we're going to switch. Next up, we have quad rows. You're going to be on all fours. You can either be on the knees or up off the knees. Either way, you're going to be in that tabletop position with the back. We're trying to strengthen the posterior shoulder and the back complex. You want to drive the shoulder backwards before pulling the weight. And we're gonna go ahead and switch. We have rolling sit-ups next. Nice job. You can throw your arms over the head as you come back, and you can use that momentum to do that sit-up. Nice job. We're really trying to strengthen the core here. We've got 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, and we're gonna switch back to jump rope. Remember, we're doing 2 rounds of this, and after the 2 rounds, you have 2 minutes of rest. Here we go. You've got less than 10 seconds left here on this jump rope. We're gonna switch in 3, 2, 1, and switch to goblet squats. Go ahead and grab that kettlebell or dumbbell. Remember, on these squats, you want to make sure the knees do not pass the toes. So you want your shins as vertical as possible as you squat down. You want to only go as low as your body will let you without compensation. So be sure that back stays neutral and your chest is up as much as possible. 2, 1, and we're gonna go ahead and switch to quad rows. Grab both your dumbbells. You can go ahead and alternate each rep. You're gonna be either on the knees or have the knees up off the ground. Really engage those abdominals and the lats. Nice job, and make sure those wrists stay straight as you row. 3, 2, 1, and switch. Next up, we have rolling sit-ups. After these rolling sit-ups, you're gonna have 2 minutes of rest, so go ahead and work hard here in this last 30 seconds of the round. Here we go, less than 10 seconds left here. Nice job. 3, 2, 1, and rest. We're gonna rest for 2 minutes, and then next up we have jump rope. We're gonna start in 3, 2, 1, and go. We have jump rope for 30 seconds. Nice job, 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, and switch to goblet squats. Nice job. Try to get as many reps as possible in this 30 seconds while maintaining good form. Good, you got 10 seconds left. We're gonna switch in 3, 2, 1, and switch. You have quad rows next. You're gonna be on all fours, either on the knees, or you can come up off the knees. You want that tabletop position with your back, and you're engaging that shoulder, pulling back that shoulder before you row. Nice job. We've got 10 seconds left here. 3, 2, 1, and switch. Next up, we have rolling sit-ups. We're gonna finish up here in 3, 2, 1, and switch to jump rope. Nice job. Keep working hard. 2, 1, and switch to goblet squats. Try to transition quick here. The work period goes by really fast. You have 20 seconds left here on these goblet squats. 3, 2, 1, and switch to quad rows. Here we go, 5 seconds left here. 2, 1, and switch to rolling sit-ups. We're gonna finish off this round with this last 30 seconds of rolling sit-ups. Here we go, you have 2 minutes of rest after this. 2, 1, and rest for 2 minutes. We will start back up at the 4-minute mark, and you will finish off with 2 more rounds of 30 seconds each of jump rope, goblet squat, quad rows, and rolling sit-ups. Great job, you're almost there. Here we go, we're gonna start in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and go. We've got jump rope for 30 seconds. Great work, 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, and switch to goblet squats.
Look at those palm trees dance.
We've got quad rows next in 3, 2, 1, and switch. Five seconds left here. 2, 1, and switch to rolling sit-ups. Here we go, we're almost at that 2-minute mark. 3, 2, 1, and we're gonna switch to jump rope. This is our final run through of the 4 movements. You've got less than 2 minutes left here on this workout. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and switch to goblet squats. Here we go, we're coming up on our final minute of work here. 2, 1, and switch to quad rows. Let's finish strong here. 3, 2, 1, and switch. We're gonna close this out with rolling sit-ups. Here we go, 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, and time. Great job, everyone. It's time to cool down, stretch, and hydrate. See you next time.